Cut my way through smoke and breath. Every scar just sang my pride. Every prayer I killed to stay alive. Steel stayed cold, but the hand got weak. Even fire can't burn what refuses to speak. I said, God, am I broken on just refined? He said, son, the edge was made to bend in time. I broke so I could bend. That's how I learned to stand. From ashes to iron, I made my own hand. The storm took my shine, but left me a brand. I broke so I could bend. I've drowned in sin, lost the wars I swore I'd win. Still I rose with dirt in my teeth, sharp enough to cut disbelief. The wind taught strength, the dust taught grace. A rusted soul still finds its place. I said, devil, you can keep my crown. He said, boy, the pain will never drown. I broke so I could bend. That's how I learned to stand. Not pure, not clean, just a steady hand. The blade still hums where the fire began. I broke so I could bend. He's been living in a season where faith's just an old ghost tale. Empty church on the horizon, rusted bell that never wails. Storm clouds crawl like serpents over waves that never sleep. Lightning writes his silhouette on a cliff too rough and steep. He climbs that spiral staircase with a heart that won't sit still. Every step's a broken promise, every breath a busted will. He mutters, God, I ain't your hero, I ain't asking to be saved. Just wanna see my name still standing in this rain you made. He lights that house in the storm with his own red hands. A cracked glass, a lantern on a rock that barely stands. He just wants to prove the dark don't own the night this time. Waves bow low on the stone where his wild heart shines. Even the storm bows when the broken dare to shine. He remembers dealing devils for a seat in smoking rooms. Gold teeth, neon halos, power growing like a womb. Now the only crown he's got is this hood and spitting rain, and a tower full of shadows that still know him by his name. He cuts his palm on the railing, lets the blood feed every spark. Little ritual of a sinner holding court against the dark. He says, devil, you can watch, but you ain't taking what I found. I go down in this water, I'm the one who chose the ground. He lost that house in the storm, one more shaking stand. Oh, stone shaking, but it still holds up the man. He ain't praying for heaven, just a reason not to hide. A busted soul on a black hole, shouting back at every tide. And when the waves hit hard and try to cross that line, even the storm bows when the broken dare to shine. When the broken dare to shine. Even the storm bows when the broken dare to shine. I dug my own grave out behind that rusted church, moon hanging like a witness over all my dirty work, hands shaking on the shovel, boots sinking in the clay. I wasn't dying, I was putting who I was away. I dropped my gun and chain down where the roots still bleed. Whiskey, blood, and leather mixed in with the weeds. Put my name on that stone with a pocket knife glow. Then I covered up the past like a seed I didn't know. I said, God, if you're watching, don't you dare pull me out. If I'm gonna live again, let it be through this drought. I laid down like a body, but it rose like a road in the dirt that was meant to keep me hollow below. The world wrote me off like a name carved low, but the grave didn't end me, it taught me how to grow. Yeah, I broke in the ground where the cold winds blow. Now my roots run deep in the hurt I know. I ain't the man they buried in that shadow and stone. I'm the seed beneath the tombstone. Whoa. Like vultures, circling what I used to be. Friends turned into strangers, turned to ghosts that don't know me. She left flowers on the marker, then stopped coming around. Didn't see a little green pushing up through sacred ground. I heard the devil in the wind say, boy, you done lay still. I laughed, you ain't the one taught this dust my will. Every tear I ever dropped on that black-brown bed turned to roots holding tight where I should have stayed dead. I said, Lord, I ain't asking to come out clean. Just let this busted soul grow hard and green. I laid down like a body, but I rose like a rope in the ground that was meant to keep me under and low. They walked off believing that my story was closed. but the grave didn't end me. It taught me how to grow. Now I stand like a tree where their footsteps don't go, fed by every dark thing that I don't let go. If you're looking for the man they try to turn to the stone, he's a seed that learned to breathe underneath his own tombstone. Yeah, I died of who I was so the truth could take hold. The grave didn't end me, it just made me grow cold and bold. Like chain of stone, cursed its way every mile you roam. Whiskey prayers and smoke-stained nights, you swore at heaven just to prove you'd fight. But under the dust, your shadow stayed clean, carving mercy through the cracks between. You said, God, if you're real, then stop dragging me down. He said, boy, that cross is what's keeping you around. You thought you carried the cross, turns out it carried you through every sin, every scar, every truth you outgrew. You fell in the dirt, but still reached for the sky, and faith just smiled and never said why. Yeah, you thought it was a burden, but it pulled you through. You thought you carried the cross, turns out it carried you. Bled through storms, still held that wood. Called it your curse, but it carved your good. Every mile of pain was a prayer you hid, every wound a place where the light slid in. You looked back once, saw fire in the sand, realized grace got a rough man's hand. You said, devil, light ain't yours, I just walk where I bleed. He said, then that cross must be the spine you need. You thought you carried the cross, turns out it carried you through the nights you were lost and the storms you came through. It never spoke soft, it just whispered in pain. Keep walking, son, even rust remembers rain. Now you wear it proud, not polished, not new. You thought you carried the cross, turns out it carried you.